Guys, are you with me? This is a crazy opportunity, an unprecedented opportunity that we're gonna show to you this morning. This is out of control, it's stupid. So long story short, we have a long-standing friendship relationship with Dan Phillips, the Grateful Palate. When he was the iconic premier importer and kind of fired up the whole Australian wine movement in the early 2000s, we sold and drank many great, fabulous wines with him and through him. And over the years, he's recalibrated his business, moved it to Spain, etc. But he still had a warehouse full of really beautiful older gems that he basically gave us full run of. And he was like, let's finish this chapter of the Grateful Palate and move on. And we said, yes, let's do that. We're with you all the way. So today, a very special opportunity. Basically, what we're offering you is a mixed case, a Grateful Palate grab bag, if you will, of a dozen of some of the most iconic Australian wines produced from the late 1990s to the early 2000s. All single location from the Grateful Palate warehouse that we brought over. And what we're doing is we're doing mixed cases. This is a true grab bag. You don't know what's going to be in the boxes, but we're giving you a preview today of what some of the wines that are going to be in the boxes. So you'll get a feel for some of the wines that you'll be seeing as we pack these wonderful mixed cases for you. This is something that you will no doubt want to participate in. Get your case before it's gone. We're only gonna make about 40 or 45 of these cases available, so there's not a lot, and this is really special. First of all, look at these K Brother wines. We have a whole vertical of K Brothers Block 6. Almost every box, 95% of the boxes are gonna get a K Brothers Block 6 in here. 94, 2000, 97, 2002, ridiculous, just crazy. Coming this way, also in these boxes, look at some of these names. Remember the Langs and Cooter wines from the early 2000s, amazing. The Hobbs Shiraz, a couple lucky folks are gonna get the Hobbs Shiraz. This is next door to Chris Ringland's vineyard. We have Noon wines in these boxes. Probably Reserve Cabernet, Eclipse, maybe Reserve Shiraz if you're lucky. Oliver's Terenga, fabulous McLaren Vale Grange Grower, Glaymond. These were made by Chris Ringland at that point in time. And then we have a whole slew of fabulous, oh, look at that Malcolm right there. Yeah, a couple of you are gonna get a Malcolm in there. Do your research, kids. Look it up on your robertparker.com. A couple of you are gonna get those. Look at these K Brothers wines, just fabulous Cabernet Sauvignons, Shiraz, and Grenache from K Brothers from the late 90s, early 2000s. Great wines. These were not the heavy over-oaked ooze monsters, whatever people want to call this, whatever people's colloquialisms are for what happened during this point in time. Regardless, a lot of really great wines were made. And when you taste these older K Brothers wines, you're going to see for yourself. Working around this way, you know, it's funny, every box is going to have one of these fun, dorky little cheap wines in it, right? So everyone's going to get a bottle of either R or Luchador or Marquis Phillips. Look at the Bruegel Shiraz you made for Costco. That's hilarious. All screw caps, so they're beautiful. They're in great shape. They're like pristine. You could drink the hell out of them. They're amazing. Everyone's probably gonna get a dessert wine. There's gonna be a single bottle of dessert wine. Look at these classic Burge 2003 vintage port, these older cuvées. Barossa class, this was made by high school students at the Nuri Hammond High School there in Nuri and the Barossa Valley. Look at this stuff, this is history. Teusner, look at these Rockfords. Somebody's gonna get a 98 Rockford Mapa Springs in their box. That's crazy, right? That's out of control. We got some Koleski. Look at these Rockford Dry Country Grenache, Cabernet Sauvignon, Woodcutters. Just crazy stuff. Tim Smith, look at, and some of you really lucky ones are gonna get these Thalgara Show Reserve wines. You're gonna get a bottle of 96 or 98 Thalgara Show Reserve from the Hunter Valley. These are super cool, right? So basically what we have is we have this wonderful mixed grab bag of wines. Look at these producers, look at the vintages. The one thing I will encourage is for all of you to have one of these bad boys, this Osso opener. These corks do crumble, all right? That's, it's very indicative of all wines from the 90s pretty much. Outside of the top Bordeaux wines and maybe Guy or something like that, when you're dealing with wines from the late 90s and early 2000s, particularly with Australia, because they were not first in line with regards to what the cork industry was supplying at that point in time. The wines are beautiful, pure, whole, complete, but you might have to do a little work getting the corks out. If it crumbles on you, don't worry about it. Run it through a cheesecloth, run it through a strainer, whatever, and enjoy these wines. There is so much beautiful wine that's gonna go into these boxes. This is an absolute no-brainer. do a little work, get the experience. We're offering these boxes at $200 a case. So for a $199.98, call it $16.67 a bottle. The K Brothers themselves were $70, $80 wines on release. Most of these wines were $40, $50, $60, $70, $80 wines on release 20 years ago. This is a ridiculous opportunity. And again, there's only 40 to 45 of these boxes available, and we're gonna do our best to give you something very special in each box, complete grab bag. But I guarantee you 90% of the wines that are gonna be in those boxes are the wines that you saw in this video right here, right? So it's not like we're gonna chuck you a bottle of K and then 10 bottles of like crappy old Marquis Phillips wine. This is not how we roll. What you see on the table, the vast majority of this is going to be in your boxes for these grab bags. Just a stupid opportunity. Thanks to Dan for putting this together. End of an era, but start of a new one. And kids, have your Aussos handy. Enjoy.